BlueScope's Port Kembla Steelworks, we use a basic oxygen steelmaking process to turn liquid iron into steel. Every time that we make a batch of 300 tonnes of steel, we use about 50 to 70 tonnes of scrap steel. You can see this scrap in these big containers directly in front. Here now is a large ladle of liquid iron that has come directly from our blast furnace process. We're about to transform this into steel. We're now going to watch the scrap steel and the liquid iron being poured into the oxygen steelmaking vessel. The camera is now on a tripod, as no one is allowed in the area during this charging process. And here comes the scrap steel. Steel is the world's most recycled material. You should never throw steel away into landfill. We need to recycle it to get the chemistry right in our mixture, and also to control the temperature of the process. The scrap is needed to cool the vessel down. The liquid iron is now poured in, which can be very, very spectacular. A water-cooled oxygen lance is now placed inside the vessel and blows oxygen into the mixture at very high speed. This has the effect of reducing the amount of carbon in the mixture, leaving steel behind. The strength and toughness of steel are defined by iron, with just the right amount of carbon. In this case, it is a very small amount, around 0.05%. We can take a few moments to watch the reaction take place. It's what's called an exothermic reaction, which creates heat. We don't light a fire inside the vessel, but the longer the process goes, the hotter it gets, and it normally takes around 15 minutes of blowing oxygen to refine the chemistry. A sample of the steel is taken and sent quickly to a laboratory for testing. When the composition is correct, the vessel is tipped over and the steel is poured through a hole in the side into a ladle under the operating floor. When that's finished, there's a useful byproduct called slag. In most cases, this slag is tipped off into another ladle. This whole cycle will take place about 30 times each day.